Alright, what's up everyone? This is Ninja Deathstrike bringing you another Pokemon Black and White Wi-Fi battle. This is a battle I had against my buddy Silver quite a while ago. I have actually a ton of backed up battles, so I'm trying to get them all out before I take any new ones. So this is a UU match. It's a best of 3 that we had. This is the second match in that the first and third weren't that great. Kind of one-sided, one going to me, one going to him. So this is definitely the best of the bunch, and we'd already played each other, so we knew the teams, and for that reason I was able to pick out the threats pretty easily. I knew that Yanmega is by far his biggest threat to me. I don't have a reliable way to deal with it, and it can really pose a threat of sweeping through my team if I let things get too damaged. I know that it has Giga Drain thanks to the first battle, so that means Suicune's not a safe switch in, and I'm really going to have to be careful how I go about dealing with it. I also know Melodic's going to be a giant pain in the ass to break, and other than that, I feel pretty good about being able to handle the rest of his stuff. Slowbro definitely stands out as a weak link for his team. I have quite a few things that can pretty comfortably set up on it, and so that's what I'm going to be trying to do, set up there and then be able to take the rest of the match. So let's get into it. He, knowing that Yanmega poses a really big threat to me, is going to lead with it. I'm going to lead with Whiplash. Thinking, I don't know what I was predicting him to lead with there. Maybe Slowbro, I don't know. But anyhow, I obviously can't stay in, so I'm going to switch out, go into Donphan, just because I know from the previous battle that Donphan is my least useful member in this battle. And like I said, I have no way to reliably deal with Yanmega, so I have to sacrifice poor Ganesh just as death fodder on turn 1. So that kind of sucks. He hits me with a Giga Drain here. He's going to get a nice chunk of health back, but then his Life Orb will mitigate that somewhat. Going to put him at around 3/4 health. So Ganesh is gone. Turn 2, he didn't really do anything useful. It does allow me to switch in Firefly, though, my Prankster Volbeat, and so he's going to protect here, and then on the second turn, I'm going to be able to hit him with a Prankster Thunderwave and take out that nasty speed. So that is going to make Yanmega much easier to deal with. And now, since he went for Protect on his last turn, I can actually Encore him into that, which is going to force him to switch out and eliminate all the speed boosts that he already had, because it still potentially could be threatening, you know, if he gets 5 or 6 speed boosts. So he's got to switch out here. That gives me the perfect opportunity to set up a Tail Glow, get a +3 special attack, and Ice Shard, not going to do that much. I'm max HP, max defense, and since he used the priority, that means that whatever I switch into is not going to take damage this turn. And for that reason, I go into Merlin, my Alakazam. Now, this is probably a misplay. I think if I had gone into Suicune right here, I'd basically win the game. But I went into Merlin instead, and I'm not going to enjoy taking that Ice Shard, but I live it pretty comfortably and easily take him out with a +3 Energy Ball. So now in comes Melodic, and like I said, this thing is really tough to kill, but I thought +3 super effective attack from Alakazam would be able to do it. Nope. It lives with just a little under a quarter, pretty safely actually, and takes me out with a Blizzard. So there goes one of my sweepers. I did put a pretty nice dent into him. It's going to make Melodic a lot easier to take out, but you know, I lost my Alakazam, and that kind of sucks. So go into Coma here, my Arcanine. Melodic's low enough at this point that it's not going to be able to get a chance to recover. I can take it out with whatever I want, so just go for the close combat. Wasn't sure Flare Blitz would take it out or Extreme Speed. I wanted to be sure. And now in comes Celebi, and this is actually a sweeper Celebi, so it surprisingly outspeeds me. I wasn't expecting that either. I thought I'd be faster. And even more surprisingly, Coma lives Psychic at -1 from an offensive Celebi. So that was kind of a weird turn. I end up taking myself out thanks to Flare Blitz recoil, but I'm okay with that. Celebi is kind of a bitch to deal with, so glad it's down. Yanmega comes back in, and now I go into Suicune since I am faster than it. I set up a sub here just to scout. I thought he might want to switch out knowing that I carried the Ice Beam, but he goes for the Giga Drain first turn, And so now I'm not going to waste any more of my health. I'm just going to fire off an Ice Beam, hopefully take this thing out. And I know Yanmega actually has decent defense, but his special defense is not fantastic. And this is a fairly offensive Kun. It's actually kind of a tank one, but I've got enough special attack to be able to take it out. So now in comes Tangrowth. I'm not positive that an Ice Beam will one-shot it, and I do not want Boreas put to sleep. It is my #1 out in this match. I'm basically going to have to rely on it to win. So switch in Firefly here just as sleep fodder. And the reason I did that is because it allows me to send in Whiplash, my own Tangrowth. Again, I know from the last battle he does not have HP Fire, and I do. So I used Volbeat as sleep fodder there so that Whiplash can't be put to sleep. He's going to be a lot more useful than Volbeat is, especially with Alakazam already gone, and that's his main pass target. So I show that I have HP Fire. He can't stay in, and I predict his switch into Slowbro nicely, nail him with a super effective Power Whip. So it does just under half. Slowbro tanks that hit really nicely, and unfortunately, he's definitely slower than me. I mean, he's got slow in his name, so I'm able to put him to sleep with a sleep powder, and that's going to allow me to switch into Suicune and set up in his face. But first turn wake, that sucks. Seems to happen to me quite a bit, but what can you do? First turn wake, and now I'm paralyzed, so yeah, not a good situation. I still am feeling okay. It is going to allow his Tangrowth to revenge me, but I know that this Slowbro cannot do anything to me, so he goes for a Flamethrower here. I'm assuming he was predicting a switch back into Tangrowth, but I'm just going to set up a sub because he can't touch me. And here's where the match falls apart. First turn wake, fully paralyzed. I did go for Ice Beam that turn. I predicted his switch, but yeah, got fully paralyzed. He misses the Leech Seed, again predicting a switch, I think. And so this time I'm able to fire off an Ice Beam, and one more is going to be able to take it out. So even if he does break the sub, I'll be fine, you know, because I'll be able to take this thing out with an Ice Beam, and then Slowbro can't touch me. So I'm pretty sure I have the game at this point. You know, there's not a whole lot that could go wrong that would ruin that. But I get paralyzed again, so now we're in a little bit more trouble, you know. I'm still fairly certain I can take a Power Whip. I do run max HP, and I take it comfortably, but paralyzed again. So we've had first turn wake and 3 full paralyses in 4 turns, and this is just getting annoying. Also, you know, he's hit, what, 3 or 4 Power Whips in a row? Shaky accuracy, but he's hit every move he's gone for. He also landed that Blizzard with Melodic without any trouble last turn, earlier this turn. So anyhow, I'm still feeling okay. I've got Whiplash, and he can't do anything to that. You know, he can go into Slowbro, but I have Sleep Powder, so I can just put him to sleep and then take him out with a super effective attack, and his Tangrowth can't touch me. But I missed Sleep Powder. But that's okay, because I can live a Flamethrower, unless it crits me. So, yeah, we had, let's see, first turn wake, 3 full paralyses, a missed Sleep Powder, and a critical hit. And now I'm left only with Firefly, who doesn't actually have any attacks, and now the Hax Gods are just going to kind of spit in my face. I get a first turn wake here, and don't have an attack, so I can only go for a useless Tail Glow as I get taken out with a Flamethrower. So that's going to be the game. Definitely a strange one. I just cannot believe the amount of hacks there at the end turned what should have been a pretty comfortable victory into a very, very crushing defeat. But it was a good game, pretty well played from both ends, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. So stay tuned. More coming your way shortly. Thanks.